Hello everybody, Jeremy here, and welcome to my very first LEGO review. This review is going to be for the LEGO Creator Family House. It is a summer 2013 set that LEGO sells for $69.99, or you can also find it at Toys R Us, who of course raises the price just a little bit to $74.99. If you wait a little longer, you'll be able to find it in other stores as well for cheaper. It comes with 756 pieces, and it is set number 31012. You get 2 minifigures along with this set, and you also get instructions to build a cool little bird that you can see right there on the right side. And this is a pretty nice set, if I do say so myself. So before I start showing you all the features of the house itself, let's take a look at the minifigures that everybody loves. So this is the first minifigure, and I'm assuming he is the husband of the household, since this is a family house. And you know, he looks like a pretty average blue-collar Joe. He's wearing his sports coat and collared shirt and regular blue pants. And then when you flip him on the other side, you see he has no back printing either on his pants or on his jacket. And his face also does not have any back printing, so you just get that one smiley face on the front. And you see in his hand he is holding what is a remote control for an RC car, which is the same kind of a piece that LEGO uses for other creations like a detonator or a walkie-talkie, but in this case it controls an RC car that looks like this. Behold the glory of the RC car. You know, very simple build, but you know, it is still pretty cool. You know, it looks like an RC car. It doesn't actually roll. These aren't wheels. They're just little circular pieces. But you know, it is pretty neat. So he can be out in the front yard playing with his remote control car on a very nice summer day. And next up we have the lady of the house, and she's wearing some beige pants and an orange shirt with a couple of flowers up at the top. And unlike the guy, she does have some back printing, like some sort of string that she would tie around her shirt in order to keep it nice and tight. And she has some little folds or little wrinkles at the bottom of her shirt as well, so that's a pretty nice detail. And she's also rocking the ponytail. And here's just a little view of the ponytail from the side. And just like the male minifigure, she does not have any back printing on the back of her head. You also get enough pieces to build this little micro version of a bird. So these are some pretty common pieces here. But as you can see, if you put them together just right, it does roughly resemble a bird. These black pieces are the wings, and the bird sits up top this tree way back here. So that's a nice touch. And last but not least, the final standalone build that you get in this set lurks within the garage, which you can open up, and then out comes the family car. And, you know, I rather like this car. You know, it's very simple, it's very yellow, and it is minifigure friendly. So just to take a quick look around the car, you know, it's like it's a pretty basic build. There's your tail lights right there, and of course there's your steering wheel on the inside, and there's just enough room to fit a minifigure. So if we want to take our lady of the house and sit her down in there, and you see she can just be on her way to do whatever the heck she wants to do. So while the guy can play with his remote control car right out there on the front lawn, she's going to go take care of some real business, bringing home some money. Now, let me show you something that's pretty cool with this set. You know, on the surface, you know, it is pretty neat, but then you can break it apart like this and spread it out. And when you do that, you can snap it on the other side. The tile's getting in the way, but you can snap it on the other side, and you can have the entire home just kind of, you know, just give it a different design. And if you're going to play around with this set, it gives you easier access to each of the rooms up here. So let me just flip this around and show you what it looks like on the other side. Alright, so this is the other side of the summer house when you have it disconnected and you attach it on the other side. You can fold it in and it'll kind of, provide you with a lot more space if you wanted to put it on the shelf, but the whole, take it apart and combine it back together could have like a real dollhouse effect. That's not a negative term, but that's just the first thing that comes to my mind when I see things like this. But it's very cool that you have that option. So now I want to take an aerial view of this set just to show you some of the wonderful details that I think were included here. I love the fact that you get these red and brown roof pieces here and how they're just used interchangeably to just to produce a very nice colored roof. I think it adds a lot of character to the build. I think it helps make it stand out against other things that you might have hanging out on your shelf, and it's just a really good color combination. I like that about this. And on the right side of the house, you can just see all of the nice separation of the individual bricks that help make out the external walls, which is a very nice touch because it looks like bricks, but what looks even more like real bricks just along this chimney here. Chimney that goes all the way up to the top. You can see here, and that's where all the smoke and exhaust and all that other good stuff will go. But then also near the bottom, and I'm going to get closer on these bricks here because I think that they're just fantastic. I mean, just look at these. It really looks like they're individual bricks. These are not individual pieces like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it doesn't work that way. But I believe it is at least a few pieces, or maybe even a couple, and then when they're combined they give the impression of this really cool brick chimney that starts at the bottom, and I think that's really awesome. Also located on the right side of the house is this door here, which you can open up and you can sort of peer into the inside, and you see there's some steps going up. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. And of course, just a little accent there for a little red piece that can act as a flower, and this piece right here that can be either grass or a welcome mat, just something to add a little bit more character to this otherwise gray space. And on the right side of the house you have this little pool area here. Here's some water and some stones and a couple other flowers and a light. And then once you go over to the left a little bit, you'll see there is another door very, very similar to the right side of the house, and this door also opens up, and this is just another entryway to get into the garage, and a nice touch with this window here, and some more simulated bushes and another flower, and yeah, pretty plain on this side of the house, but still very nice. And this is the balcony level that's located right above the garage. It's a very nice effect right here with the banister, and on the box in the images it shows the lady of the house just kind of hanging out right there. She is carrying this mug here, put that in her hand, and she's just hanging out right up there. And here is a grill, and the cool thing about this is the piece of chicken or huge turkey leg that is on the grill is not just falling over. There's actually a place where you can stick the piece of chicken on or into to keep it from moving. And usually in my experience, you just kind of put it there and it kind of flops about, but it's cool that you can be able to put that right there. Maybe even be able to put something else right there on the other side. So, and this is also this grill piece. You can also pick this up, and if you want to move it down to the bottom level, maybe just grill on the grass or something like that, you can do that and just totally leave this upper deck here for hanging out and looking over the balcony. So before I take you inside the house by ripping off the rooftops, I just wanted to give you one more view of basically the front yard, where it has these flat pieces here that are a walkway right up to the front door, which opens up, and then you have your flowers and your bushes here, and a very well maintained front yard. So let's knock the roof off this thing and see what lurks inside. So this is a top-down view right into what appears to be either the living room, I believe. Yes, because this is a little spinny chair right here that can move around. Not too sure what that's supposed to be, but if we look along this side here, this is the fireplace, and if the roof were on, and you can see the roof comes off very easily because of these studs right here, limited studs, so you can lift off the roof pretty easily, and this is right where the chimney would be. Also in this little space we have some stairs that will take you up into this room here, in which this piece also comes off pretty easily, and that is the garage where the car lives. And when you're done with that, you can just pop this right back on. Now it's very smooth, you don't have to worry about breaking it or anything. And if we can just try to take a look into this space, and you'll see it's not a whole lot going on. So here's a closer view of what goes on inside of here. This appears to be a bedroom. This piece right here is just a little light. It can move up and down this light part here because it is on a hinge, and this piece back here, it is a bed, and the little sloped light blue pieces indicate pillows. So it's a very small bedroom, but I'm glad that there are rooms in which Lego actually gave us enough pieces to put stuff in, because sometimes that just doesn't happen with creator sets. So now I want to show you the coolest feature of this set, in my opinion. So when you're looking into the house and you're like, oh man, it looks kind of dark in there, right? It's true. But in this set, you get a light brick, which is incredibly awesome. When it's illuminated, you can really see inside of the living room. Let me get a little bit closer to show you that. Alright, so here's the living room, and when you press down on the light brick, you can see that it lights up. You can see the chair down there, you can see the little table, and the light isn't really coming from that chandelier up there. Let me just lift up the camera. The light brick is activated through this switch right here. It's not actually attached to anything, it's kind of just dangling in there, but when you put in these roof pieces, it kind of just locks it in place. And the light brick is actually right next to the chandelier, and it's just when you press the button, it gives the impression that the light is coming through the chandelier, even though it's not. But it's still very, very cool. It's my favorite feature of this. I just love pressing this button. Alright, so there you have it. This is your Lego Creator Family House set. Once again, 756 pieces for $69.99 or 75 bucks if you get it from Toys R Us. And light brick. So, what do I think about this set? I really like it. I'm a big fan of the Lego Creator house sets. Not so much the planes and the helicopters or the cars. Not that there's anything wrong with those, just not my cup of tea. But I really like the summer cottage, or the small cottage. I like the apple tree house. I also have the tree house, which I think is just really cool. And I just really love the use of colors with these sets. It kind of, to me, it's like it occupies a middle space in between just a regular Lego play set and something like the modulars. I think this is something even adults can build and put up on the shelf and be like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. This is a house, and it's a pretty cool looking house. I mean, look at all these windows that you get, and the fact that you can take it apart right there, and you can reattach it on the other side, and how easily these roof pieces come off. And yeah, it's really cool. It's also a 3-in-1 set. I did not mention that before, but let me just grab the box here. Oh god, I hope that can even focus. So these are just the different builds that you can make. One looks like a different kind of a house. The second one looks kind of like a factory. And you do get instruction manuals for all three of those. However, there are no numbered bags. And if there was a negative about this set, to me, that would be the negative. 756 pieces and there are no numbered bags. And to me, I like to have all my pieces organized right in front of me. So that means taking all of them out and put them all on the table, because you will get to that point if you don't separate your pieces of needing that one piece, that one stud, and finding out that it's in a bag that's inside of another bag. And it's just not, it takes up a lot of time trying to dig through all those. So I really think that they should have included numbered bags with this set. They've done so with lesser sets. Sets that are under 400 pieces have numbered bags. Much lower than that have numbered bags, so they should have done it with this one. But besides that hassle, I really like this set. And if you are a fan of modular buildings, as this is kind of modular, not, it's not like the bigger ones, but it's not hollow. On the back, it's all one solid. Well, it's not one solid piece, but it's all a solid piece. It doesn't get hollow unless you take it apart. So all in all, I really like this set. I think you will too. I'm glad that we got 2 minifigures with this, and yeah, it's well worth it to me. So thanks for watching my very first Lego review, and hey, I may just come back and do some more. So until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll catch you later.